What is the meaning of life? This question, of course, tantalizes us all. And in Genesis, the meaning of life is clearly stated. It is to become an image of God. So each of us have within ourselves the invitation to become an image of God, not simply ourselves, but as parts of all of creation. And so to do this, we have two weapons. One of the weapons is intelligence. And by intelligence, we know about reality. We know relationships. We know efficient causality. We know how to control things. The second weapon, however, is different. It's empathy. Empathy with the orientation of all things, including ourselves, to transcendence, to the transcendental God, to the source of the invitation that gives meaning to our lives. In Israel today and in the Middle East, we find a horror, a war between the Israelis and the Palestinians, in which there is a genocidal movement of hatred towards the Palestinians, which threatens them with extinction in Israel, where they live. There is an inability, an unwillingness on both sides, Israel and Palestine, to live together in harmony and peace and to recreate this world of tensions and opposites in the image of God, which is in terms of a new and higher harmony. This has been compounded by the Zionism of Israel. Zionism, which confuses transcendence, divine transcendence, with the state of Israel, confuses reality with politics. And politics, in this case, has created an enormous failure of the human race to live up to its calling, its invitation. Zionism has taken an ideology, a vision, a created vision of what ought to happen to Israel, of the power that Israel should have, and it has confused it with the true meaning of life that affects all in Israel and affects the Palestinians as well. Unfortunately, this problem of confusing an ideology with reality has affected America. America has itself adopted its own brand of Zionism, its own preference for the ideology of a given group, the self-proclamation and empowerment of a single group over the development of a cosmic harmony, so that the calling, the meaning of life, and the calling of each one of us to participate in this unity has been simply set aside. And it's ominous, because now America has simply accommodated itself, both political parties unfortunately accommodated themselves to the genocidal eradication of a people, the Palestinians. Women and children, by the tens of thousands, have been purposefully massacred. And this has not affected America in such a way that America would turn its back upon this horrible, more immoral ethic that Israel has adopted. Rather, more and more, America has adopted that very same ethic. And one of the intimations of this is that sooner or later, there will be a confrontation because of this very same vision, this kind of Zionism. There will be a confrontation between America and China, America and Russia. And in this confrontation, are we being acclimated to bombing the existence of another group of people off of the earth? Are we being made ready for such an unimaginable horror? We must guard against this. We must face the true challenge of the day, which is neither to choose the one side or the other in these conflicts, but to see how, through creative imagination, new solutions are possible by wedding the true values on each side, eliminating the falsity on each side. What we're being challenged to do is what John Kennedy, Robert Kennedy, saw as the American challenge in the 1960s. What we're being challenged to do is what we have not been doing over this past 20, 30, 40 years. And so therefore, it is time for a triumph of the negotiation, the wedding of opposites, the productive tension between opposites, which alone is the pathway towards realizing the true meaning of life.